Hey guys, bear with me today. I got a whopper of a cold, but I've got to get filming. I've got so much gear I'm so far behind on because of my vacation. Um, Alright, so there has been a really good budget saw for people who want to go backpacking, bushcrafting, and all that right under our noses all this time. Alan sent me this saw, and I've had it for quite a while now because it really, I wanted to make sure before I did the review that this thing was not going to fall apart, that it was decent, that it was serviceable, that it was useful. And this thing has proven to be everything and a little more, and it completely shocked me. So this is the High Mesa folding saw. You can get it like 20 bucks on Amazon. And comes in this kind of Cordura nylon case. It's a folding, or not folding, it's a takedown bow saw, 3 pieces. Comes with a hacksaw blade and a wood blade. So they are both standard 12-inch blades. And we're going to assemble this thing real quick, talk about it. You're also going to get a lot of footage of this being used, as much as we can put in without turning this into a nut and fancy encyclopedia project. But yeah, we're going to skip the hacksaw blade because I really haven't tested that much. But now you've seen the... We'll get that out of the way. So you can see here, guys, this is so small you can literally fit it in your pocket. You could literally put a Ranger band around this and put it in your pocket. It weighs a couple of ounces. It's really not bad. As far as taking up bulk in your pack, this thing is amazing. And then as far as these blades, 12 inches is an okay size. Granted, I'd always like more, but when it comes to small bushcrafting tasks, like making a shelter and all that, where you really only need 3 to 4 inch limbs, this is more than adequate. So, and for processing stuff for firewood, all that, is definitely going to do the trick. So we're going to put this together real quick. You can see there, this just slides together very easily. So, pop that there, and you'll see some more footage of this being assembled later on. So, excuse me for being off camera a little bit here. So we're going to flip this bad boy around. No, very typical connection system. You're just going to loosen your wing nut here. And that's the cool thing too. You lose that, you can always place it with any standard, Home Depot one that you can get to fit. Connects on. And then just tighten. Alright, that's simple, guys. That's simple, and it literally fits in your pocket. One thing I found is that if you do have an internal frame backpack, you can actually put that in with the internal frame, just kind of make a little duct tape sheath, and you can actually stick those in with your frame. I have a couple packs where the frame can be adjusted, and it's Velcroed in, so you could actually take 2 or 3 of these and Velcro them right into your pack. And I mean, literally, they would be there in case you have an emergency, and then just keep this for, when you need it. So really kind of nice feature there. It's simple. It's relatively comfortable. I don't think, I'm probably going to cut this off, to be honest, this little finger protector. I really don't feel like I need it, and it kind of gets in the way a little bit. But yeah, that simple, that easy, guys. And 20 bucks, pretty low budget. A lot of the takedown backpack saws out there are, even like the Outdoor Edge one is like 30 bucks. And it's bigger, it's bulkier, it's heavier, it's all that. I really didn't have too much of a problem with it. I did have the blade pop off once at the back here. This notch that holds it could be a little better. I might actually take a hacksaw to it and make that groove a little bit wider and a little bit deeper. But it only happened once, guys, and I was actually really torquing down on this thing. So yeah, so now you're going to start seeing footage kind of rolled in here of me using this thing. This thing did a very good job. It really has served me well and done quite a bit of work. Like I said, you're only really going to be able to cut things that are about 4 inches, so you figure... Oops, get back on the frame here. 4 inches, you're figuring probably about 4 or 5 inches is about the max you're going to cut. 5 is kind of pushing it. Probably 4 is about where you're going to be with this, so you are going to be able to cut limbs, things for shelters, some fire making, kindling, all that jazz. As I said, the blades are replaceable. They're a standard 12-inch blade. So my recommendation to you, this is a green wood blade. And what I want to show you real quick, how you tell the difference. These M-shaped teeth are what are called rakers, and these are pegs. Now a blade for dry wood will all be these just straight triangle pegs. Green ones will have these rakers set in every so often. As you can see here, they're every 4 teeth. So this has a green wood blade. Now that's fine, but if you're using it for firewood, obviously you're going to be cutting dry wood. My recommendation is to get on Amazon, eBay, or whatever, and find a 12-inch dry wood blade. You will get some better performance out of it. But if you are using it for clearing brush, setting up your campsite, whatever, this blade is more than adequate. The only thing I found really is a complaint is that the set on this is a little extreme. So when cutting dry wood for the campfire, it was a little bit of a pain because that kerf was just so big from the set. That's something you can easily fix just by putting it on a piece of metal or so, taking a hammer and kind of reducing that set of the teeth a little bit. But that's really more of a nitpicky thing on my part. So, but overall, guys, like I said, this is the blade it comes with. You can get replacement blades for like $5-6. I'd recommend getting a pack of them so that you have them. They're not hard to find. All 12-inch, like I said, is pretty standard. So performance-wise, I took this thing out. I cut a lot of dead wood. I cut some green wood, a little bit of everything. It cuts. It's what you expect, guys. It cuts just as good or just as bad as the other 12-inch bow saws on the market. This thing isn't going to destroy the other things. But then again, this is a different tool than a folding saw. Folding saws typically have smaller teeth and are really more designed for dry wood, which is where, if you take this out in the woods, you compare this to a Baco Laplander. The Laplander is going to cut quicker when it comes to dry wood. Now, if you're cutting green branches, this thing will probably destroy the Baco. But you can carry both blades. Get yourself a nice dry wood blade, carry on this green blade, and you have the best of both worlds. Oftentimes bow saws come with green blades, and when people test them and you see people reviewing them, you often see them just kind of like, meh, and just, it's not as good as my Baco. Okay, well, you're comparing apples to oranges here, so I do want to point that out because it is kind of an annoyance to me when I watch other people's videos that they don't really understand the difference in the blades and the proper one to use for the situation, and then they kind of say, oh, the tool's not as good as another. Every tool, guys, is going to be specialized for a certain situation. This is a tool you can set up in either way. With a dry blade, it's going to cut dry wood very nice, very quickly, and with the green blade, yes, it will still cut. It's not like it won't cut. It's just not going to be as efficient because you don't have as many teeth, because these rakers don't really cut. They're more for clearing the kerf. They clear the sawdust and wood chips and all that out of the kerf. But this thing, guys, as you're going to see from this video here, I didn't put a tremendous amount of effort into showing off the cutting ability in this. I really just kind of threw down the camera and was cutting, and you can see in the video that I'm definitely short stroking the saw quite a bit because I'm on the ground. If you had wood up, full clearance, at a good level where you're not sitting on the ground behind a camera, I think performance of this is going to be really, really nice for you. Very comfortable in the hand. Like I said, it fits my hand very well. I have it's kind of smaller fingers, so if you have really, really wide fingers, this might be a little crowded for you. But like I said, you could easily pop this little pinky guard off if you need the extra room. It's not too bad. Didn't give me any hot spots. It could probably stand for a little duct tape wrap just to make it a little bit more comfortable. But other than that, this is really just a gem in the waiting, because this thing just for $20 really does a great job and is really comparable to your other $20 saws on the market. But the big thing is this folds down very small, and you have the capability to carry an absolute ton of blades on you for backpacking, bushcrafting, whatever, and you have a lifetime tool.